Dear student, I am starting your lecture number 6 on a op-amp comparator. In a lecture number 5, we will discuss about the non-inverting comparator. This is your non-inverting comparator. In a non-inverting comparator, non-inverting op-amp comparator, you are giving the input signal to the non-inverting terminal. I am giving the input signal to the non-inverting terminal. This is your Vi, and reference signal you are giving to the your inverting. Op-amp comparator is a circuit in which the input signal given to the one terminal of the op-amp is compared with the another reference voltage given to the another terminal. Here in a non-inverting comparator, input signal is given to the non-inverting terminal and reference voltage is given to the inverting terminal. Op-amp comparator is always operated in a open loop operation. So for an open loop operation, you know that output is given by VOL into V plus minus V minus, or I can write UL VI minus V reference. This indicates that when Vi is greater than V reference, then output is positive. When Vi is less than V reference, output is negative. On the basis of this, we have seen in a last lecture such diagram. This is your input signals, and it's, let me write this your input signal, and I am showing you this is your reference voltage. V reference is this. Look here, Vi greater than this, then output is plus VCC, or it is called saturated. So I can draw the output waveform. This is your input with respect to time. I am showing you my output. See, here is the level change. So I am making a demarcation line here. In these portions, from here, from up to this, you can say Vi is less than V reference. Vi is less than V reference. So Vi is less than V reference. So output is negative. So my output signal, my output voltage will be negative. Here I am showing you my negative. So during this time, during how much time? This time. During this time, my output is negative. So I am writing my output is minus VCC, or it is generally written as a V saturated voltage. Output is minus VCC, minus V saturated. Now during this time, look here, Vi is greater than your V reference. Vi is greater than V reference. As Vi is greater than V reference, so you will get positive output. During this time, look here, during this time, here's Vi is greater than V reference. Here's Vi is less than V reference. Vi is less than M, so output is negative, so my output is negative. So already we have discussed in a last lecture. This is I have discussed for a positive reference voltage. Suppose you are giving negative reference voltage, then what will happen? I am giving you negative reference voltage. So let me do here only. Here I am giving you negative reference voltage. Here I am giving negative reference voltage. So previous we have discussed positive reference voltage. Non-inverting comparator with negative reference voltage. This is my input. Okay. Now here my reference voltage is negative, so this is a negative voltage. This is your voltage axis. Voltage axis. This is your V reference, which is negative. Let me draw the corresponding output voltage. Corresponding output voltage I am showing you. This is the corresponding output voltage. See here, this is the intersections. What is the main equation? When V, for a voltage at this point, Vi is greater than V reference, output is positive. So you can see during this V input is more than V reference, so output is positive. During this input signal is less than V reference, so output is negative. So clear cut you can say up to this time, from here to here, because this is my input signals, or it is better to write this is your V plus voltage, this is your V minus voltage. Okay, so you can say here V plus is more than the V minus, so my output is positive. So this is your plus VCC I will get, or it is written as a V saturated voltage. Now see, at this point, up to this point, what you can say? Your Vi, this is your Vi is less than, so my output is negative. Now again it will be positive. So again see, yes, this Vi you have given to the positive terminal, so this voltage is more than this, so output is positive according to this equation. At this point V plus terminal voltage is less than the V minus terminal, so it is negative. So this is minus VCC I should write here. This is your minus VCC. So this is about the non-inverting comparator with the negative reference voltage. In practice, generally such kind of the circuit is there for non-inverting comparator with positive or negative reference voltage. They are keeping such kind of the circuit in which the reference voltage they are giving with the help of potentiometric circuit. Here they are connecting plus VCC, they are connecting minus VCC. So easily you can keep here either plus voltage or minus voltage. Reference voltage can be given from the potentiometric circuit. Here 10K pot is used. This is about the discussion of non-inverting comparator. Now I am discussing for a inverting comparator. Inverting comparator. Inverting comparator. In an inverting comparator, the input signal is given to the inverting terminal and reference voltage is given to the non-inverting terminal. You can see here I have given reference voltage with the help of potentiometric circuit. This is a reference voltage. You are connecting this your reference voltage. Reference with respect to ground. Not with respect to this. The ground is separate everything. And here you are giving the input signal. Here you are giving the input signal Vi. See, this ground is separate. Okay. So this is the circuit diagram for a inverting comparator. In a inverting comparator, the input signal is given to the inverting terminal and reference voltage is given to the non-inverting terminal. Look here equation of the output voltage I can write gain into V plus minus Vi, or I should write gain into V reference minus input voltage. So this indicates when Vi is greater than V reference, then Vo is minus Vcc. When Vi is less than V reference, then Vo is plus Vcc. Let me say V reference I am keeping the positive. What will be my output waveform? See, this is my voltage axis. This is your time axis. This is your input signal you are giving. Okay. And I am keeping the reference voltage is positive. This is your voltage axis. Now look here, what I have written. When this is your Vi. Vi where you are giving? Negative terminal. This is the voltage at which point is your voltage at? V plus terminal. Simplest way. If this is more, then you can get positive output. If this is less, then you get negative output. So I am comparing these two. So look here. So I am showing you my resultant output voltage. First let me draw the intersection point of the two voltage levels. One is input and one is reference. Now look here. This is your input signal. Here input signal is less than V, positive terminal means V, non-inverting. Input signal you have given to the inverting terminal. So here during these times my output is positive. So I am showing you my positive. With time? During this time where voltage at positive non-inverting terminal is more than the, you can say, this voltage is this V reference. This means your V plus is more than the, you can say, input. So output is positive. Now, during this time, look here, during this time, the input signal, this input signal Vi means at this point is more than the reference voltage, during this time. So voltage at the negative is more than this, so output is negative, so that I am showing you negative. This is negative. During this time, look here, during this time you can say my input is less than the reference voltage, means input voltage is given to the inverting terminal, this voltage at the inverting terminal less than the non-inverting terminal, so output is positive. So voltage at the non-inverting terminal is more than the inverting terminal, so it is positive. Suppose you have given the negative reference voltage here, means this wiper is connected here, it is toward the minus side. So if the V reference is negative, then what will my here output voltage? Then what will be the output voltage? When the reference is negative. Let us see what will be your waveform. This is your voltage at V minus. Now I am giving negative reference voltage. This is a minus V reference. Where I am giving you? I am giving you at non-inverting terminal, and you know this. You know, when this voltage, when input signal is less than V reference, then output is positive here. This input signal is less than V reference, then output is, so here output is positive. But up to this, input signal is more than the V reference voltage, means voltage at the inverting terminal is more than the voltage at non-inverting terminal, so output is your, you can say, negative. Here during this voltage at the non-inverting terminal is more than the voltage at inverting terminal, so during this time output is positive. So I am showing you like this. So here I will show the intersection point of a input signals and reference voltage. So look here, during this time, this voltage is more than reference, so output is negative. So this is a negative voltage you will get. During this, your reference voltage at the positive signal is more, so I can show like this, voltage at the positive VCC plus VCC. So you can draw the waveform by writing such equation. From this equation you get more idea. So once you write this equation, you can easily draw the waveform. This is output of your inverting comparator. This is when for inverting comparator, when I keep the V reference is positive, this is my waveform. If V reference is negative, this is my waveform. So here you can say that the output is either plus VCC or minus VCC. Output is either plus VCC or minus VCC. If you want to make the output voltage of the comparator to be independent of the power supply voltage, then you can use the back-to-back general diode connected as shown in figure. In this circuit, the output voltage is not a plus VCC or minus VCC. See here, you can write the equation of the output voltage is nothing but the gain multiplied by difference of the input voltage, or you can write it is nothing but the V plus or V minus. See. Okay. Now, it's when VO is output is positive, when VO output is positive, let me say this is Z2, this is Z1, then if output is positive, here is positive sign is coming here, then upper diode is in forward bias and lower diode is in a reverse bias. As a result, your output is nothing but the plus, you can say VD2 plus VZ1. Very clear, you can understand. When VO output is negative, then what will happen? With respect to this, you can say downward. Then upper diode is in reverse bias and lower diode is in forward bias. So my output is nothing but the negative VZ2 plus VD1. I think you understand. Let me repeat again. See here, when positive is coming here, when positive voltage is coming here with respect to this, then this behaves a forward bias, and this voltage in forward bias of this general voltage VA is of the order of 0.7 volt, and this work in a Zener breakdown effect. So my output is nothing but the, you can say VD2 plus VZ1. In a forward bias, I am writing VD2. In a reverse bias, I am writing this a reverse bias. Zener effect, VZ1. When output is negative, then your this diode is in forward bias, this is in a breakdown. So this is in forward bias, so I am writing VD1. This is a breakdown, I am writing VZ2. So in short, I can write my output is plus or minus, I can say VZ plus VD. So in this way, you can make output independent of power supply voltage. Value of the R is selected in such a way that it provides the necessary currents, it provides the necessary value of the current to the generator. In practice, you are not getting such kind of a wave. You are getting some slanted edge kind like this. Slanted edge means like this. I will show you like this. You are getting such kind of the like this. Reason is that the output takes certain time to change the state from the one state means minus VCC to plus VCC. In practice, output is not taking like this. Output is not taking like this. The output is what? Is a slanted edge is taken like this. Reason is that output takes some time to change from one voltage level to the another voltage level. That depends upon the response of the op amp. It depends upon the slew rate of the op amp. If this switching time is more than the time period of the signal, then it is noticeable. It is noticeable at high frequency. It is noticeable at high frequency. Again I am telling you. In practice, you are not getting such kind of the thing. You are getting like this. Reason is that op-amp takes certain time. Output of the op-amp takes the certain time to change the from minus VCC to plus VCC, and this is noticeable at higher frequency. If the switching time for op-amp to switch from one voltage level to another voltage level is more than the time period of the input signal, then this is noticeable. This is noticeable at high frequency. Remember again, if the switching time for the op-amp output to go from or to switch from one voltage level to another voltage level is comparable or higher than the input time period of the input signal, then this is noticeable. For this, let me discuss the one small MCQ type numerical. Suppose one op-amp has a slew rate 0.5 volt per microsecond. This is called slew rate. Already you know what is slew rate. Slew rate is 0.5 volt per microsecond. Then how much time is taken by the output to change from minus VCC to plus VCC? So somebody is asking you, op-amp slew rate is 0.5 volt per microsecond. Then how much time is required for the output of the op-amp to change the minus VCC to plus VCC level? So let us see the meaning of this. To change the 0.5 volt, it takes 1 microsecond. You know, suppose this is your just I am showing you to explain you I am discussing. These are plus VCC, these are minus VCC, these are 12 volt, minus 12 volt. Then what is the meaning of this? Meaning of this, to change the 0.5 volt, how much time is required? 1 microsecond. You want to change from where? From minus VCC to plus VCC. So to change from minus VCC to the plus VCC, how much voltage is there? 24 volt is there. So to change the 0.5 volt, to change the how much 0.5 volt, how much time is required? 1 microsecond. For 24 volt, how much time is required? So I can write 24 multiplied by 1 microsecond upon 0.5. So it requires 48 microsecond. How much time is required? 48 microsecond time is required to change from here to here. So if I show in more detail, then I can get my signal. I can see, not like this, I can see the signal like this. I can see the signal like this, and this time will be nothing but the 48 microsecond. So there is some upper limit of the frequency of operation of a op-amp. I think you understand. So if for 0.5 volt, 1 microsecond is required for the output of the op-amp. So if the output of the op-amp to change 24 volt, how much time is required? 48 microseconds. To go from here to here, this means op-amp takes how much time? 48. So you will get this much slanting, you will get, and slope of this line is nothing but you will get 0.5 volt per microsecond. I think you understand this. So to reduce this delay, uncompensated op-amp is used. In an uncompensated op-amp, the delay time is reduced. Uncompensated op-amp are faster comparator. Example is 710 op-amp is a uncompensated op-amp. So such kind of the op-amp can be used to reduce the delay time. Now I am taking one application of a op-amp comparator. There are so many applications of op-amp comparator. From these 4 applications we will discuss: zero crossing detector, second window detector, third time marking generator, and fourth phase meter. We will study these 4 applications. Now let us discuss the zero crossing detector. First application, zero crossing detector. It's a very simple circuit. If you keep the reference voltage 0 either in a non-inverting comparator or inverting comparator, you will get the circuit diagram of zero crossing detector. Zero crossing detector circuit is also known as a square wave generator circuit. So let us see the one circuit in which I am keeping a reference voltage 0 in a inverting comparator circuit. So in this inverting comparator circuit, I am keeping the reference voltage V reference, I am keeping 0 volt, and let me see the output voltage. So this is your input signal I am showing you. This is your input signal. Now input signal I am giving to the non-inverting terminal, and I have kept my reference voltage 0, means this my reference voltage is 0. You know your equation of the output voltage, gain into V plus minus V minus, or I can write gain into 0 minus V minus. What does it mean? When Vi is positive, output is negative. That is, I can say when V minus, that is your Vi, is positive, Vo is negative. That is, now when V minus, that is Vi, is negative, output is positive. So let me show. Let me draw my output waveform. I have written already here. When Vi is positive, output is negative. During this, my output is negative. So I have to show my negative here. My negative minus VCC. Now, when Vi is negative, means Vi is negative. Look here, output is positive. So I will show my waveform like this. So this is your, you can say, plus VCC. So this circuit, the circuit of a zero crossing detector means whenever the input signal cross the zero level, which is nothing but the reference level, then the state is changed. As a result, we are getting your square wave output. So this circuit is also known as a square wave generator. So today I will discuss the one circuit. In next lecture, I will discuss the more circuit. Here is your end of the lecture.